Hi everybody, John with Thomas Muse Guitars. I'm here with Kelly,
Hi, everybody.
and we're going to restore, or start to restore. We're going to do some disassembly on this 1979 Rickenbacker bass. It's a 4001. It's just it's loaded with cool stuff, and we're going to start taking it apart.
I'm going to show them the.
So if anybody has any questions, there's a chat opened up here. You can send the questions along, and we'll do our best to answer them.
So I'm going to talk about the bass for a second. Let me go on Google. This is a 79 Fireglow Rickenbacker bass. The original ones had magnetic little shield like a horseshoe pickup on the back there. They have a mute on them. They are wired in stereo. And the other thing is how to code your serial number here. It's actually on the jack. The one we're looking at right now is SJ4768 on the end. Right here, 4768. And I'm going to start taking this apart to keep the pieces together because we're going to be putting new frets in here, new binding, and getting it playing again, clean it up. We also have a case for it that got flood damage that's going to also getting some restoration. But I'm going to go ahead and just start to take this apart right now. I'm already seeing this. A disassembly screwdriver, small Helix. And there's a bunch of stuff that's kind of rusty on this. Were you ever in the room underneath my parents' porch back then, 30 years ago?
I think I saw it.
This was down there without its frets in there when I was living at my house after I moved out. And I got water in it down there. So this bass had been in humid conditions. The neck is awesome on it. The original frets I played through with rotosound strings because that's what everybody used back then. And I was not too skilled when I took these frets out. Although I thought it was a lot worse than it is now that I'm looking at it. I was terrified when I tore the wood out on this fretboard.
You know, what we might do is we might be able to put some Mylar dams in here.
I'm going to there we go. I just moved the camera a little bit.
Alright.
Mylar dams and backfill with super glue is I think what you're going to say, right?
No, we'll fill it with epoxy. And we'll do that before we do the binding. So what
on the bad ones only?
Yeah. What I do is fold this in half.
Yeah, I'm trying to see where jumbo frets aren't going to cover it, dude. Once we sand this, I think we're going to have
There's a couple areas down here where that's kind of rough. But we could stick this in there and fill it. I can mix up some epoxy and match that color. There you go.
It won't work.
Even the big one?
The pocket rocket will not work, man. I was just about to say this is the best tool.
Is that the full size one?
It is the full size one.
How you doing?
Hey, good. How you doing?
Good. That's Kelly. You
Oh,
met
yeah, we
Kelly.
met before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good to see you again. See ya.
I'm gonna have to use
Blue Chardell. Yeah, it's a Chardell, yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah. Particularly from
Wow.
Ozzy back in the day.
Yeah, man.
Is that a California Chardonnay?
Look at that.
Yeah, yeah.
Hardtail.
Yeah. Yeah. Based off the one he played in the 80s, I guess. You know.
Okay.
They released him, I guess, back in like 13 or something. Back in 13.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure. Are these nines? Look, nines. Or 10s?
These feel like nines. Yeah.
Okay.
What do you want to put on it?
I'm trying to. Is it Skilling? That's pretty much like a Les Paul Skilling, right? Or is
This is probably
Longer, 25.
25
probably
points.
Strat.
Strat, more Strat.
Yeah, it's 25 and a half.
Yeah.
That's a
Okay.
Strat.
Yeah, I'll keep the nines then.
Okay.
And actually, I can get a little lower, you know.
You got it.
I can always.
Did you just get that?
Yeah, I just got that. Got it used. Guy, it was during like 3,100. These go for a crazy amount. I got like 22. Or reverb, I guess. And, I always wanted.
So it's American made?
Yeah, American made. Yeah. The white and black one, they make Mexican and American made. You know. This one's California. You know.
That's got the nice case.
Yeah, it's got the paperwork and everything at the house.
Yeah, that's
Cool.
very
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, that's a nice guitar.
Yeah. This is the one I always wanted when I was a little kid watching the Ozzy album.
Yeah.
With him playing it.
Hey man, he had big shoes to fill.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
He did.
Humongous,
Right?
yeah.
He did his own thing.
Yeah, I like that. I like him actually. In a way, kind of better. He was more unique though than other people. You know.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. For sure.
To make it work for him without. There was no YouTube back then or anything, so you could learn the songs.
The old fashioned one.
Yeah. This is like I can see there were DiMarzio's and more Duncan book or two or something. You're saying, but yeah, I like it.
I love the single
Yeah.
volume.
Yeah. There's a smaller neck too.
See,
so it's like,
that should just say tone.
Tone, right? Yeah. Yeah. like Eddie, right? Yeah. Yeah. That's all it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, play good. I just got it. I just wanted to action, you know, Justin. And, yeah, the guys that was used, but it was pretty brand new.
Yeah.
For 2 years.
You know, there's almost no fretwear on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
very lightly used, well taken care of for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
Actually, like you always do, destroy their heaven, you know. But yeah.
You got it.
Yeah, it's cool.
Very nice.
Okay, the guitars work. I got a new one. Oh, better. The podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one is similar to that,
Okay.
except it's got a mahogany top.
Oh,
and
that's
it's
the lights in there.
It's got the lights, yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a touch sensitive switch.
Oh,
on
wow.
the
So you
bottom.
touch it and oh,
That's it.
wow.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah.
And this one's gonna have one of my P90s and my Telecaster
Yeah.
pickups, volume, tone, and it's relay switch.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Here's the neck
Oh,
board.
okay.
It's got a curly maple fretboard, a
Yeah.
lot like the neck on the.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's nice. I like this.
Yeah, this is just taped up.
Yeah.
For the, but I'm just leveling the frets at this point.
That is nice. That's nice.
Yeah, I think the headstock's cool.
with that color.
I've done that before, and I've taken different overlays
Yeah.
and put it over the headstock, and then I'll match it down here with the pick guard.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I'll put a little pick guard just to.
Right, the color, accent, and stuff.
Yeah.
The lights are really sharp, though. The lights are.
Yeah.
I seen a guy one time his fret, everybody's lit up. I think it must have been too
Yeah.
high, I think it might have.
Yeah. That's very cool.
Yeah.
That would take a lot of thought and
Yeah.
planning to get
Yeah.
it done.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't
Yeah.
think it'd be too hard. To
Yeah. Cool, yeah. I appreciate it. Yeah.
do. You got it, man.
Yeah. Yeah, as soon as I got him, I'm like, oh, gotta get Tom. He's gotta do his work. Not from at the factory where you like it, you know?
Yeah.
They buy is always,
They don't.
you know, in the car, I'm like, it could be but
Yeah. The last thing they want is for it to buzz out of the box. So they always make it high.
big and high, yeah.
You can always edit the video off your channel.
Oh, right.
But now we have the way that guy acquired his $2,200 Charvel, which is truly a kick-ass guitar.
Yeah, that's very cool.
This is interesting right here on this bridge. 5 screws, the ones underneath the actual tailpiece are little babies here. And then the 2 behind it are a little bigger, and I'd probably have to replace them, the head on the one shot. Huh. See the ground to the bridge underneath is underneath that meat. And dust bunnies.
Dust bunnies.
Under the bridge. Like, this looks almost like mouse bunnies right here.
Right.
Good trash on here. Awesome.
I just sent out.
So you can you see the underneath the bridge here? The ground is on the mute. You can see it on the TV. Oh, I can make the TV bigger too. So the ground's on the mute. So I don't know. To disassemble, I'm going to have to take the ground off there. Remove this pickup from the wiring, and I'm going to hook it right back up.
There you go.
So there's the ground, and there's the hot for that.
Or
and then this switch,
you could just.
Do you have an actual...
You could put a little tape around the wires and snip right in the middle of the tape, so you know where it goes back. If you don't want to.
Well, that might almost be preferable, because some of these I think I left the original. No, I didn't. I resoldered these when I put Bartolini's in years ago.
You're probably way better at soldering now.
I am way better at soldering now. What I'm not good at is getting this jack off clean. I can't screw this thing up.
Oh.
And I'm not. It's locked on there good.
Here.
Yeah, I don't know. I went that way, and I think I'm going to damage it, but it might need a little bath. Or did you get it already?
Yeah.
You and your machine hands.
Right. There you go.
In John's other lifetime, he works on metal. And we're not talking about death metal. Yeah. Although some of that, too.
Yeah, for sure. I enjoy the metals. Heavy and light.
Well, what'd you do with the... Did you take the...
I took the pliers, yeah.
Did you take the bolt?
Nope. It's left it right here. We'll have to go back.
No, it's underneath the... It's underneath the...
Okay.
You pulled the Houdini on me, slipped it underneath the mat. Where is the nut? I got my own soldering gun on this bench now, huh? The screwdrivers can go back. And we should bring out the soldering gun. How cool is this? Stream content anytime we're working on the bench right here.
Yeah.
Is soldering gun plugged in down there?
Probably not.
I gotta bring over. I got some really cool new power strips.
Yeah, I could definitely use another one down there. It's not like I'm using all sorts of juice, but I have a
No.
lot of items that I
No,
use
I got ones
intermittently.
with USB. I bought them for like $25. I just don't know what I can unplug.
Yeah. Uh,
What's this white and orange?
that's the lights. You can't unplug that.
Okay.
But anything on the left side.
Anything over here?
Yeah, you should be fine. Right, everything shuts down.
Yeah, they got some real good ones with like USB outlets and everything on them now. Okay, we're in business and we're still streaming. Did you have a box or a container or something for me to put these fine Rickenbacker parts into? A bag or box?
Yeah. I do have a box.
We're gonna leave that connected. And I've got to unsolder this.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Ooh, a Stu Mac box. We're plugging Stu.
If that box ever fails, you send it back and
They'll send you a new one.
Yeah.
I must say, the Stu Mac files that I just used for that nut that you have here, I got my Stu Mac files from 30 some years ago.
Right.
And I still use them all the time. So, they've lasted pretty well. Okay. Can we see what I'm doing here or not? I might want to employ a bag in here too. What's so funny?
I'm putting little 100% in hearts.
Oh, is it coming in?
It's not. I'm not seeing it there where it says chat.
Uh-huh.
I'm not seeing anything. But on the channel, it's there.
Gotcha. I'm gonna go here and try to zoom like this, John. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Let's see how this looks. Kazam. And you can make one scene zoomed in, I guess, and one scene not zoomed in, if that makes sense.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so to begin with, I'm going to remove the one from there. And I'm pulling the wire out and hooking it right back up so we remember where everything goes here. Interesting, this has got a rivet through it.
What were you thinking, man?
What was I thinking?
Did you put the rivet in? I'm not paying attention.
No, it's how they have that metal plate attached to the foam.
Oh, got it.
It's attached with a rivet. And then I got a couple more. 1, 2, 3. This is the pickup right here. Can you see what I'm doing here? Let me get this back in the shot here. Taking off the bridge pickup here. Shaft. There's an extra ground here that I'm assuming goes right to the pickup shell. Well, these old American pots are damn good heat sinks. They don't want to let go of their... Let's see what that's attached to on the other side here. Yeah, we'll take this side off instead. That looks way easier. Yeah, they don't leave a lot of real estate in the hole they drill in the cavity here. A towel. Okay, we're going to hook this back up to the ground around the shell here. This will be the solder I forget right here, John, is soldering this back in place. I'm not putting the ground back on that bridge pickup for the temporary storage of this stuff.
Okay.
But I think that at this point, if my calculations are correct. Ta-da! Boy, it's handy having the pick guard broken in half like that, because now we have it all in one handy box.
Nice.
So let's zoom back out here.
Yeah, if it was in one piece.
If it was in one piece, it'd never fit in this box. And then, do we have a little baggie at any, or
Yeah.
that I can use for some of these
Open the
screws?
drawer right in front of you on the left-hand side.
Of course.
Those are all
Recycles.
They're recycles, yeah.
Yes, I do it all the
I
time.
take my lunch in them, and they're not clean enough to put food back in, but they're clean enough for guitar parts.
We're green enough to recycle the bags.
There you go.
Clean up this before I'm hitting the soldering iron. That delicious energy drink. Okay, Kelly, this is to remind you, these little ones are for these holes because it's countersunk underneath the bridge, as you see. And the longer ones is where the body's just as thick. The more I take this apart, the more I think I'll like it when we're done with it. I love this base when it got ruined with eating the frets up with stainless steel strings. Titanium strings, you ever see those yet?
No.
So Mike had a set on one of his SGs, and they literally, you can feel them eating the frets and biting them into them. I'm like, we gotta take these off immediately.
Even if you had stainless parts,
They ruin them,
cause
yeah.
damage.
Yeah. Okay, so now it's time to just give this a little bit of light cleanup. Interesting, check that out, John. No binding underneath where the bridge goes. See that?
Oh, cool. I do see it.
I guess why
You
waste
might want to change your view a little bit.
How's that look? Better?
Yeah, that's way better. You can definitely see it there.
Okay, we got this there. We got the screwies there. Got all the original parts with the exception of noting I am missing one nut for that stereo jack. And stereo jack looks like it is hooked up when I was taking that apart. Okay. Simply Green, you got some?
Oh yeah, plenty. I got a replacement jug over here too. Here, why don't you refill that?
Is this concentrate? Does it need to be mixed with water? Or is this full strength?
That's full.
I shall do it out in the laundry tub.
Cool.
Can I use one of these for the general cleaning of this thing?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, simple green's a good way to start out to get all the gunk off it. And then for the final, the Dunlop 65 works real nice to get everything as nice as possible.
This has definitely got a lot of gunk. It's signed on the inside here. Back when people used to take pride in their work. This was probably a Wednesday guitar from my remembrance, because this is a really good one.
I thought that was Geddy Lee's signature.
Is that? Does that say what? This is where you want to be careful, because I think that it's got clear paint over that. What are we going to use to cut the foam for the case?
I have
hot butter knife.
I have foam cutter knives.
They heat up, I assume.
Yep, I use them for neck resets, and that's the reason I got them. But they cut foam just as well.
Yeah, this is filled with gunk, man. Just this is gonna make it look like a different instrument. I got a little bit of crack in the lamination underneath the bridge here too, between the treble side of the body.
Crack is whack.
Bases shouldn't be on crack.
Oh.
It's where the bottom body, with all the electronics, laminates together with the piece that runs right through.
Okay. Yeah, that does look a lot nicer already. On the lower bout, on the top of the lower bout, there's a little bit of a crack with some binding missing. We might be able to doctor that up a little.
This right here.
Up top.
Here?
Yeah. There.
That binding's about there. That's paint that's missing right there.
Oh, okay.
If you look. Can you see it now?
Yep.
The binding's intact.
Oh, yeah. Cool. Well, it'll be an easier job then.
A little backfill.
Yeah, a little backfill, some polishing done.
Yeah, I think I think some of what I'm removing is like 30-year-old mold that was on here.
Okay.
Not really okay, but kind of gross.
Yeah.
Rust too, probably. So do you have the stuff to re-chrome those pieces yet? We got the Electrosol bath to get them all unrusted.
I don't.
Yeah, that's some serious chemicals to plate.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been to a few plating operations, like you mentioned. During the day, I work with steel, and a lot of our parts end up getting plated in different ways, coated.
Mm-hmm.
And
Taking a couple field trips.
yeah, and any of those coating operations do involve a lot of chemicals.
Chemical baths, electricity.
Yeah.
All kinds of good shit. Got any gooby gone? I don't know. I don't know if that's going to be what I want to use.
Be careful. Don't use it on lacquer.
Well, I don't know what I'm going to do to get this shit off of there, or if I have to or not. I'm not going to go gooby gone on this. That's going to be.
Is that going to be under the pick guard?
It is, so I'm not too worried about it. This piece is like melted onto the finish, whatever that is. Well, there's the preliminary degunk of it. And there's like rubbing compound in here from 1978 when they were finishing this thing.
I just had the same experience with rubbing compound on that ES 175. Right next to the pickup cavity here, it was like a fillet. I mean, there was a good 1/4 of an ounce in there.
So the way they routed out that the neck pickup wiring route there is just a series of drill holes there, and it's just caked with the rubbing compound from when they were finished this thing in 1978. Yeah, now this is looking a lot older now that I got it in the back. This
wasn't Van Halen's first record in 1978?
I do not know that history of Van Halen well enough.
I just
no Van Halen expert.
I just listened to a biography of Ted Templeman. Ted Templeman was producer. He did Van Morrison, Van Halen, a lot of bands in there, and several others. It was really interesting. It kind of fleshed out the characters who who you're so familiar with, that were the song, the sort of the soundtrack of your life. You know, he fleshed out those characters, those players.
Yeah, I think I almost need to hit the back with a little bit of sandpaper. We'll see. I don't know.
Is it gummy?
It's I might. We'll see. There are chunks. It's chunky. Always better to be less aggressive with old vintage instruments.
Yeah, sneak up on it.
Sneak up. Work slow. That is weird though, we cannot, or do I just need to move the chat to see it? Is that my issue?
Maybe that's it.
There, I had to switch it to live chat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it sucks. The more I'm playing with this, the more I remember how much I like it. The little way it's body routed on the back and stuff, and it is pretty light for a good bass.
Well, the option is always to keep it.
We'll see. I don't need the loot now. The other one that I gotta finish is my '69 Mustang. That's a great guitar.
Mm-hmm.
It's on its third set of frets. Unfortunately, that's when Fender had those little veneer rosewood fingerboards on there. It's super thin, right to the radius of the maple neck.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is the stuff that I'm real questionable about here. But it looks like just elbow grease is doing it. And patience.
Pay no attention to the man behind the mirror.
This is the stuff, feel that. But
Oh, there you go. Look at
It's elbow grease and not being afraid to
yeah.
use it on there. It's working. Look at this right here. I can't remember. It looks like that's from the factory because it doesn't look like I dripped anything over the edge.
Well, there's definitely that's a goober of some sort there.
Yeah. I just don't remember causing that myself. I really didn't try to paint this at all, so. You know what would probably work pretty good on here is one of those Mr. Clean Magic erasers. But they are pretty abrasive. I wonder what kind of wood this is. I think it's maple. But it's pretty light.
Yeah, Rickenbacker worked mostly with maple, and they also were semi-hollow. If I understand correctly. You know,
I don't know where the semi-hollow would be.
I think that's the top on there, Kelly, and that's why the laminate. I may be mistaken.
I don't disagree that some of them might, but I don't think this one does. It looks like it looks like the same piece of wood all the way through the neck, the ass. That is a true neck through, not a glue in.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm gonna make some noise over here, Kelly.
Noise is cool.
I gotta start.
Noise that I require earplugs for, or just
No.
annoying noise for the
It's just annoying,
broadcast?
Annoying noise for the broadcast.
I wonder if I can turn the mic down. I think I can. Ooh, look at how fancy we'll be. I'm going to turn the audio down for John's loud noise. lot better.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it looks great.
I don't know about great yet, but it's looking a lot better. It's definitely getting me more interested in it since it's sat in its case for 26 years at least. Had I not screwed this bass up, I probably never would have started learning how to fret guitars and stuff.
Right.
Did you screw any up royally when you started or not?
Yeah, I'm sure I had my share of learning experiences, but I took it very careful. And you know what I learned, especially early on, is that not every fretboard is the same. Even though the geometry is undeniable, everyone is different. And the thing about necks, most of them are made out of wood, and wood bends differently. Every piece in different places. Mm-hmm. So, a lot of it is going to end up being feel and adjustments made during the process. And I think that's what you learn. The more experience you get, the more you learn how to make adjustments
and
during
work
the
with
process. This is a reveal. This is what I've been working on while Kelly's been taking apart his.
Woohoo! Look how shiny those are.
So shiny.
Tiger, flame, maple.
Yeah.
Great.
And so now all the frets are leveled and polished, ready to move on to the next step. I think I'll start putting tuners on this.
I think, do you have any stinky linseed oil?
I do.
I think that might be the best bet for removing this shit without working it hard against the finish, and just let the oil do the work. And kitchen roll we have down here.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. These big pieces. I'm gonna test this in a spot.
Yeah, that's the reason that kitchen roll is down here, because Jane likes the little tearaways. That doesn't give you that option.
The stuff smells like shit, but it does do wonders for wood sometimes. Little boiled linseed oil, or is this raw linseed oil?
No, that's boiled.
I hate the smell of it.
Yeah, that's why I use the F1 oil.
I use motor oil instead, usually.
Motor oil?
Yeah. WD-40.
Valvoline. Velveteen. Yeah, man. That's kind of cool.
What do you use? F1 oil? What kind of oil is that?
Music nomad.
Is that a lemon flavored oil? I use the
No.
Dunlop lemon oil on my fretboards a lot.
It says petroleum and wax free. I have no idea what's in it, but I like the way that it doesn't really smell. And it does a good job. It's nice and light. It doesn't build up.
I'm trying to hit this a little bit.
Makes fretboards beautiful.
I think I'm going to sand through most of what's on this fretboard here. I'm trying to see what kind of...
So I think I'm going to put some chrome tuners on. Nickel Strat. Black Gibson, Black Strat. Huh. You know, maybe I'll wait on it. Because I definitely don't want to go gold. I do have black. If I go black,
You may never go back.
right. I don't want to go with black. I want chrome. And I did have some, but I don't know. But you know what? I just placed an order with GraphTech for some of their ratio tuners. Are you familiar with those, Kelly?
No, I am not.
I ran into them on a few guitars that I've seen, and they seem like really high quality tuning machines. So I bought a few sets, and they're gonna be here. I don't know, probably next week sometime.
3 per side sets?
Yes, 3 per side. I bought 2 chrome and 1 gold. One of them's gonna be going on a build, and the other one, or on a customer's build, and one of the chrome ones I think I'll put on this. So I'm just gonna hold on this one. Switch gears a little bit.
I'm probably almost ready to radius this. You got radius testers already? I'm guessing this is going to be a,
That looks like a 9.5 to me. Or a 10.
9.5 or 10. I think 9.5. What do you think?
Rocket? Yeah. Check it all up and down the neck too, in several spots.
Yeah, the 10 is definitely rocking. Shit, the 9.5 almost rocks. This might be 7.25.
Wow, that's tiny.
I mean, we can, if we're radiusing it any way, we can take it to 9.5.
Yeah, I think 9.5 is a good bet.
I think 7.25 down, and it's almost like it's compound radius back in the day, but this was probably done by hand.
Right, right.
But the back side down here on the first 5 frets here is 7.25, and then by up here, it's almost getting to be more like 9.5. But I think we're gonna go roll 9.5, and this is the area where we need to dam and do some area right here.
Damn.
Which one we got? 15, 16, 17, 18 area down here. I got better at it as I was going down. I can tell where I started down here. But that one are the ones that we really need to do.
If you run a little water with a Q-tip on either side of the fret and heat the fret with a
soldering gun, it fixes that problem there.
Yeah, then you pull it. It doesn't completely always fix it, especially with ebony. Ebony is really
That is
chippy.
not ebony. That is
Yeah.
It's soft as shit actually.
Really?
Yeah, it pulled right out of there. There's some piece like glued back down where you keep those back.
Okay.
Well, you got good chunk of bone blanks there too. Yeah. So I'm assuming outside for sanding blocks for this.
Yeah. Here's a 9.5 for you.
Well, I'm just, before I stop streaming, I'm just hitting this with a little linseed oil, which I'll sand off here in a moment. But
yeah, I need to clean this one up.
And the thing that stinks most about working on this bass is that you can't take the stupid neck off of it.
Yeah. That's not the worst thing. There's worse things.
Yeah, there are worse things.
There you go. You can use this one. That one.
Look how crooked the oh, that's just, what is that going on here? Is that a crack in?
That might be a crack. Yeah, feels like a crack in the inlay. But
That's wild, isn't it?
I wouldn't worry about it. Yeah, we definitely need to fill that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We should probably fill
Before we sand.
before we sand.
You're right.
Yeah. All right. We'll put this back. So what we'll do, make some dams. Damn. So in order to get these to work, the fold has to be super tight. So I just fold it over and then I hit it with a pair of pliers. You know what you call two Filipino pilots?
No.
A pair of pliers. I used to work with a lot of Filipinos when I was in the Navy. And the way their accent is, their F's are P's.
Gotcha.
So in boot camp, if your rifle was starting to get level, you're supposed to hold your rifle at 45 degrees off of your shoulder when you marched.
Mm-hmm.
And if it was less than that, you were starting to make it like straight across your shoulder. They would call it fishing. They'd say, "You crew, what you think you are going fishing? You are not fishing, recruit." Yeah, so like right here.
Yeah, I gotta get that. You probably need this done. These are all filled with all kinds of shit.
Okay. But you get the idea.
Mm-hmm. I might need to actually run the old vacuum on this thing.
Okay. So, I might just install pickups in this. Put the bridge on it, install pickups. Yeah, what the hell?
You crazy.
I know. That's crazy talk. So what do we got here? I got a 711 and an 811. I'm going to go with the 811. And I have a P90 here. This P90 is at 744. And that sounds good to me. I'll put this back here. Should I put a clear cover on that?
A clear cover on the back?
Yeah.
So you can see all your fancy pots and your
Why
beautiful
not?
soldering work?
Soldering. Okay, now I need to run bridge wire. I need to drill for the bridge.
This is one way to not use your hard drive when you're making videos, huh?
Yeah, for sure.
The next time I'm doing this, I'm counting the frets off like they count in Sesame Streets. 1, 2.
Cool. You can start now. What number are you on? Oh, you've lost count.
I lost count. I'm already back down to 1 on the base end. A lot of shit in these frets.
You know, I got a little cloudiness right there. I bet you I could buff that out better.
If only everybody else had that kind of quality control. You know you're gonna now that you said something.
Yeah.
So that's the difference between buying a guitar from Thomas Music Guitars and Fender when they'd be like, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, right. Trapeze. Trapeze. Here we go. Telecaster.
Are you using Philadelphia Luther supply for your fret wire or your pickup wire? Or who's your supplier that you're getting your pickup wire?
Remington out of Chicago.
Directly from
That's
them?
direct,
Right.
yeah. Yep, and they're
That's what Eric does too, right?
I think so, yeah. And it's they're spot on. I mean, they're
Are you dipping your
fast
flat work?
delivery.
When you make your flat work and put it together, are you dipping that in lacquer first before you start your wind or not?
Yes. Yep.
So the same way Eric was explaining in his podcast.
Right. Yep. Yeah.
So you dip the whole flat work in enamel or lacquer.
Yeah, and that insulates
the poles.
The poles. Yeah.
So that's step 1. Then after that all dries up, you wind out. Wax pot.
Yep.
Hook up leads before you wax pot. You hook up your ends before you do that, right?
Yes.
Off of the winding wire.
Yep.
You terminate to little grommets in the pickups when you're doing those. The winding, you terminate it to a little grommet that you put in.
Yep.
Brass.
Depending on the pickup, yes.
You got a vacuum down here, don't you?
I do down here. You'll have to bring it over.
Oh, that's fine. I just want to vacuum out this front slots first so I can get all the shit out of here. I don't want to keep on blue dust in there. There we go. Get a little vacuum out. Now, damn.
Wow, look at that. Dude, I got ferrules for days. Why do I have so many different types? Well, don't matter. Don't matter much.
Boy, this is hard to get in here. Damn.
What's that?
I can't get this damn folded in half in this fret slot.
You undo it.
little scissors for me to chop that damn stuff up. Of course we can.
Top shelf. Top shelf. Oh yeah, you hear that tone already?
Oh yeah.
That's tap tone. Ah, you get that tone. Get the little that tone.
I think I'm just gonna do a couple of these at a time here.
I'm gonna go outside and get an 1/8" aircraft.
Building planes now?
Yeah. Yep, she's in a good place for that to happen.
People were missing us talking. Said, turn up the volume.
Oh, really? Oh, look at that.
725 looks like.
There you go.
I may still end up at the 9.
What
We'll
is-
see. If it was a 725 to begin with, it got worn out maybe by me. I might need some more damn material.
Hey, I'm Kelly.
How you doing, Jim?
I'm good. How are you?
Got some more damn material.
Damn material.
Material for these dams.
Right. Oh, you need more damn material.
More damn material, yeah.
I'm sorry.
There we go. That's the damn material I'm talking about. I'm close here.
Alright.
I want your eyes on this too to see if you think I got any other spots that our frets aren't going to cover. A second opinion, so to say.
Sure. I'm missing my 1/8 inch
Aircraft bit. I heard you inquiring your wife.
I have a 3/16 and a 1/16 and a quarter, but my 1/8 inch. Oh, where did I put it?
And the material I'm using for the dams is Teflon. It looks like thick Teflon tape.
Well, 3/16 is going to have to do.
Okay, tools don't just walk away.
No, that's strange.
Is that the puppy on the side door there?
Yeah. Yep. She can wait. Who is it?
Zombie apocalypse. Land shark.
Oh. Hi, Jane. Yeah, sure. No problem. I'll grab it. this outside and give it a quick look.
Alrighty. What do I want to fill these with?
I know it.
Epoxy?
Oh, we have to figure this out.
I will be very close here. Also, two small pieces of this cut thin next to each other go in much easier than folding. Do you think that's going to be too loose?
I think it'll be fine as long as you have a slot in there.
Right. Yeah, folding it is very difficult, but cutting two thin slivers and getting them in works great.
Right. So here's my little epoxy bin.
And that's what your recommendation is, a little epoxy?
Epoxy. Yeah. Now, when we fill that, we're going to want to put the epoxy in a syringe. Here's a clean syringe that we can put it in. And you're going to want to make the neck a little flatter. In other words, make this level with the
Did you take this
earth.
off?
Yeah, take that off. You can put the headstock over the edge of the bench if you need to. Yeah. This is a 2-to-1 mix.
And what's the set time?
Oh, it takes quite a while. It won't be ready for at least 24 hours. It's a slow cure, which is generally a safer bet.
And do I want to pull these dams out right after I do it, or
No,
let them sit in there?
No, leave them in. Doesn't matter. Tim will take them out when everything is set.
Do you see any other spots that you think I should dam before I proceed? Maybe right here.
What about like right on the edge?
Well, I had
Again, the wire is going to be probably wide enough to catch that.
Why is that not going down there?
Here. I
I had a razor knife here, but I may have already put it back.
This is designed for exactly that. So I'm going to mix up this epoxy, and then what we have to do is color match what we have going on there. And that's,
Yeah, I can't do that.
that's kind of a brownish orange, and I'm going to take care of that for you.
Thank you, because I'm colorblind. John needs to do the color work.
What I have is this stuff here. This is a total tint kit from Total Boat. Total Boat is out of it's from Jamestown Marine. Jamestown Marine is a marine distributor, marine parts and distributor, and they're out of Rhode Island. They used to be right in Jamestown, but now they're in Bristol. When I was back in the day, I used to do work at Jamestown Boatyard when I worked at New England Boat Works. Oh, trivia. And
There'll be a test later.
there'll be a test later. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 5 mil. And this is a 2-to-1 ratio. Is that going to be enough?
That's going to be
Let's go a
plenty.
little more. 10, and then we know we need to load it up to 15.
Is
That'll
2 to
give
1.
us- yeah, that'll give us our 2-to-1. And I got just a little bit more than 10, so we'll go a little hotter.
Very nice.
Drip. All right. So there's that. And what I like to use to stir it is one of these.
For people with big ears.
Yeah, the end of one of those.
You're
So
still
we
adding.
start stirring it.
You're
So
still adding a color tone of some
so
sort.
here's a question for the chat. If we're gonna make this brownish orange color, what two colors should I mix together?
What are the options, John? What colors
Oh.
do we have to pick from?
Right
here is your.
Yeah, here's what we have. I'm gonna go with brown and red. Brown and red will make orange. Maybe a little bit of yellow up in there. Just looking at the colors.
It all works
So,
pretty good.
Here's our true red. Here's a little bit of yellow. And here is brown. Oxide brown. So if we mix this and this, I believe. I'm going to put a little brown in there first. Brown, red, and yellow, yep.
Just switching shots of where you're mixing there a little bit better.
Okay. Oh my. There you go. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. 10 drops of the oxide brown. These are mix-all tints, by the way.
That would probably be a very nasty concoction to inject it yourself with that type of
Inject? Yeah, absolutely. Just getting that needle inside of you
yeah.
would be, it's a 1/16th diameter.
Ouchie.
Yeah, that would
hurt.
be painful. Yeah, not recommended.
Don't do that.
That's why this show is not for children.
That's right.
Not that we would ever recommend it for anybody.
Mainlining epoxy.
So let's go a little bit of red. There's 4 drops of red. So we went 10 drops of brown, 4 drops of red. And we should end up with an orangish mix. Dude, that might be it. Maybe a little bit of yellow. Just to lighten it up. Yeah, it's still pretty dark. Ooh, but not bad. I mean, I know you're
Colorblind.
Yeah. Did you ever buy glasses for the colorblind, or
No, I
anybody get
did
you
not.
this?
I know that my uncle Jerry tried it once, and they had like different colored contacts and made them look weird.
Oh,
So, and it probably screwed me up because the colors I do know, I do kind of know.
yeah.
So if those look different too, I don't know what I'd be all confused.
Right. You'd be stopping at the red lights or
You know, colorblind people, we just floor it, and then we're like, we're colorblind, can't do anything.
so it's on your license that you get the free pass.
No, it's not. It's not even on your license.
Oh, this is it. Look at that.
It's kind of a baby poop color.
Yeah, it is. Definitely.
This is definitely like baby poop burst.
Baby poop. For sure. Okay. It's pretty close, and usually things dry a little bit darker, but you know what? I'm going to add a little more yellow. Okay, I think that's it, Kelly.
Excellent.
Okay, so now we will fill the syringe with the baby poop mixture.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, kitchen Rory here.
That's it. She's ready to go.
That's where folding them is better, I guess. They stick harder.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Just watch the drip on there. It's a pretty light solution. It's very viscous. How's that for alliteration? Very viscous. Oh. All right, I'll be right back. Way better, Kelly. How's that going?
Good. Well, I got tons of this stuff left. I know I gotta sand this all off, so I'm being not too crazy with it, but do you see anything I'm missing while I'm...
That looks good. Just keep an eye on it if it starts sinking.
Yeah, I'm just trying not to do...
Yeah, and we can recut these fret slots.
Right.
Draw. We're gonna have to draw the
fret
saw through it.
Yeah, I got a fret saw at my house too. I know you got the Japanese fret saw too.
You know, Kel, it looks like right in here there's a bunch of chips. You might want to put some more.
That's what I need your eyes.
You know what I need to buy is some bulk potentiometer nuts for for domestic pots. I think the thread is 3/8 36. Oh, I made a couple of things up. I want to give you one. I'll show you how it works. So say you have a pot.
I have a pot.
Back up a little. No, I mean not literally. Literally. So you have a pot, and the only way to get to it, like say it's under a pickguard or something, and you want to apply some lubricant or cleaner inside it. So you take this.
And then you squirt it in pot cleaner. Stu Mac make a similar gizmo, don't they?
They do for so like $25.
So you machined your own at the shop?
Yeah, and you squirt in there.
Excellent.
And I have the tap for it. I think it's 3/8.
That's excellent.
I'll show the folks at home. This is just a solid piece of carbon steel rod. It might be stainless. I think it's stainless. 3/8, 32. You thread it in once you get it started. and then you could squirt your cleaner or whatever through there, and it goes through the stem. They don't work as good as you might think they do.
Well, taking the pots out is sometimes not the best option, depending on the beast.
But you can take that one home with you.
Thank you.
I made 2 of them.
I'll tell you what that would work the best on, John, and I don't know if the thread is the same, but the thing that's a bitch to do that in is the amps with PCBs in them.
Oh yeah.
That
Sure.
It's like 2 hours to take the fucker apart to clean a dirty pot.
I think I left my stuff in the drawer here. I have very few amps with PC boards.
I know you do, but I work on many. Not as much anymore.
That's Aria howling upstairs. Whenever the other dog goes for a WALK and she doesn't.
Oh, God. There's hell to pay.
Oh my God. Her world is just crushed.
Wouldn't yours be?
Yeah.
The replacement dog gets to go, and I gotta stay here.
Yeah. What is that? Is there no justice?
I'd be furious. If I was her, I'd be pissing on the kitchen floor right now.
What kind of world do we live in? How's it looking? Is it starting to settle some of the spots?
It's not really like sinking in, if that's what you're asking.
Mm-hmm.
It's looking pretty good to me so far.
Good.
When it takes 5 hours to sand the shit off by hand, I might think differently.
Right.
But I don't think it will. I can tell you one thing, I've gotten way better at this in the last hour.
Right. It's just a matter of doing it sometimes.
Well, we got about 28 milliliters left of epoxy plus what's in the cup that's going to be solid.
Yeah.
So we probably needed a third of what we made or less, but
Right.
I'm sure you needed some just to fill up the syringe.
That's exactly it.
This is not a cleanable syringe for this job, huh?
Nope. Everything is
Disposable.
throw away at this point.
And there were a couple spots that it sank a little bit and took more. this is ready to sit. You
All
see
right.
any spots that need any more before I?
Set up a low spot. Maybe a little right in here, Kelly,
Gotcha.
and here. Is it getting harder to get out of the syringe?
Where's the other spot?
Right here. Like all the way up through here. Other than that, that looks like it's covered. Sweet.
Thank you, sir.
The color's pretty close if you can't tell.
I cannot tell, but I'm taking your word for it. You want to let this get hard in the cup here? Ooh, this gets warm.
Yeah, just let it sit there.
A thermo reaction.
That's it.
Mm.
You could probably close the live chat or close
Yeah.
the live stream.
I need to
Signing off. Thanks for joining. Have a great day.